What are the best golf irons of 2023 so far? Let me know in the comments down below. At the start of every year, every manufacturer is shouting about what the best golf clubs are. But now it's all calmed down a little, I'm going to give the new Callaway Paradym irons a full review. I decided to stick with my Callaway Apex Pro irons this year in my golf bag, so it hasn't given me a chance to have a real good go with the new Callaway Paradym irons. Although saying that, I have hit one amazing golf shot with a Paradym iron, and it beat the best golfer to ever grace the planet.
Now that's a good shot.
Don't you dare! Don't you dare! Yes! Yes! Unlucky, Annika.
I know.
Good try, good try. Don't like to talk about it. So in today's video, we're going to be checking out the golf tech in these irons, how the Paradym irons perform in the numbers department, and then I'm going to pick a set to take out onto the golf course and put them through their paces. Shall we get straight into it? The tech and the specs. Callaway are classing the Paradym irons as a distance iron. I'm not surprised. Look at these lofts. Woohoo! So yeah, they are obviously long if you're going by the number on the bottom of the club, but Callaway's Paradym shift construction combines a forged 455 face with the all new speed frame, giving you the best of both worlds, distance and feel, Callaway are saying. The Paradym iron is designed for golfers who are looking for a player's distance iron with a refined shape and premium forging. The Paradym X irons, however, are designed for golfers who are looking for an iron that are incredibly long. Just wait till you see these numbers. Woohoo! With a premium forged feel as well. Both models have the AI designed forged 455 face, which Callaway are saying is creating their most powerful forged iron face ever. They're both hollow bodied with speed frame construction, and you'll get an incredible feel from the forged face and patented urethane microspheres. Gonna have to Google that one. The Paradym irons have up to 67 grams of external and internal tungsten weights, whereas the Paradym X is up to 79 grams of tungsten. These weights are placed precisely to enhance launch conditions and again improve speeds on mishits. Plenty of tech in there as always. Shall we see how they perform? The numbers. And I've also hit my Apex Pro 7 iron as well as a little comparison and a little add-on. Let's start with the Paradym. So ball speeds at 124, launching at 19 degrees and spinning at 5.2, giving me a carry of 179. The Paradym X, a ball speed of 128, launching at 19 as well and spinning around the same at 5.2, giving me a carry of 187. And finally, my Apex Pro, a ball speed of 120, launching at 19.5, spinning at 6,000 and carrying 170. I've rounded those numbers up and down a little bit, but what can we take from those numbers? Obviously, the Paradym X is carrying the furthest, Paradym in the middle, and then my Apex Pro is the shortest. But remember, let's not forget about those lofts. Remember, the Paradym X 7 iron is nearly the same loft as what my Apex Pro 5 iron is. And as you change from the Apex Pro to the Paradym X, the lofts are getting stronger and stronger. But what is great about the new Paradym is if you take a look at the launch numbers, they're keeping up, even though the lofts are stronger, with my Apex Pro, which has got the highest loft. So can we say that the tech of the Paradym range is helping with that launch, which ultimately, because of that lower spin, you're going to need, so the peak heights are higher, so you get the descent angle to make that ball stop. And if we take a look at the peak heights, peak height of 110 feet for the Paradym, 118 feet for the Paradym X, and a peak height of 109 for the Apex Pro. So even though the lofts are slightly stronger on each of them, they're launching higher, peaking higher, which is going to give you that control at the green end of your ball flight. Whereas my Apex Pro are slightly lower in peak height, but they're spinning more, again giving me that control at the other end. Interesting. Will I see a difference out on the golf course? Now, I'm going to take the Paradym out for a whack and put it through their paces, try and hit some different shaped shots, try and hit it from different lies. And I'm doing it at Traverse Golf Club on their little 9-hole, which is perfect for just hitting irons. Irons only for a few holes to see what they look, feel and sound like. This is, I'm hoping, an actual shorter 9. They say it's a small line, but it is 329 the first hole, so should get there with 2 irons. It is straight into the wind and uphill, so a good couple of smacks needed. 4 iron to kick me off, and nothing really scary about that looking down at it, and definitely less offset than the X's. I do like the shiny look on the heel and toe side of things compared to the matte finish that I've got on my current Apex. Oh, a little draw left side. Is it going to be? Oh, it's fine. Just missed the fairway on the left, but sounds and feels nice. 127, not too bad of a lie. Wedge it is. Little bit of a bush in front of me, missing the fairway left, but shouldn't be any problem. Should get over that quite comfortably. Pin looks like it's on the left hand side. 122, 135 back, so it's kind of a medium wedge, I reckon. Mid to hard wedge. A little bit up the right. Looks like it's on. Maybe it's a smidge long, possibly. On the green, but 2 tiers, so a little bit long. Let's try and get a 2 putt. Start off with a par, and let's hit some more of those Paradym irons. I do think the sound of them is a little bit different to mine. Go on, keep going, keep rolling, which will be interesting to see if I keep getting that vibe as I hit a few more shots with them. But looks wise, definitely something that I could game. Bit chunkier than my ones. Slotted. 169 middle, 180 back, 158 front. Bit of manners on the tee. Definitely a little chunkier than my Apex Pros, but definitely something that I could game. Not as big a fan of the shininess on the toe and the heel, but definitely could get over that. That's being pretty picky. Liking that there's hardly any offset. A little bit up the right, possibly. Not sure how big the green is. Definitely sounding a little different. Not really feeling much different to my current set though. God, it is the small course. Look how tiny that green is. Are you expecting me to hit that? Shall I ban my wedges as well, so I have to use the Paradyms to chip? Chip and run it is. These sorts of shots I wouldn't really feel like I have to do anything different to my current set. I mean, you would maybe have to learn what sort of pace the clubs come off the face at so you can get good distance control, but I wouldn't really be thinking anything different with a little bump and run like this. I'm gonna play a little bit lower percentages and have to take it through the semi with this club. Don't you dare. Oh, I haven't, have I? I've paradymed it. Chip and run straight in. Told you I wouldn't do anything different to my normal set. It goes in like the others. Come on, you. Thank you very much. Who needs to hit greens when you can just chip in with your chip and run 8 iron? Beautiful. 350, let's try a 5 iron this time. The thing that I do really like about the Paradym is the slightly stronger loft. So basically the difference between my Apex Pro is that my 5 iron would be the Paradym 6 iron. So they're a bit stronger in loft, but because of that, I wouldn't need to start changing up my longer irons and go for something more chunky like the Forge UT irons. I would probably stick within the same set. So if you're someone that doesn't like mixing up their sets and having a combo, yes, you can do a combo, but I would definitely be having the full range up to my 4 3/4 iron in this one for my longer clubs because they're a bit more chunky. And that is tempting. I do like having a set that's just clean rather than a combo, but again, you've got to weigh it up. Do you pick over looks or do you pick on performance? Or if they both perform exactly the same, then you've got the luxury of picking between either or. Let's hit this 5-iron down there. You cannot go left on this hole. There is a nice road there to hit into, so I'm going to do all I can to push this out to the right and keep to the right hand side of the fairway. Nice draw down the right side. And remember that the Paradym X are even stronger in their loft. So if you're going for something like that, just think about how to gap and space those clubs if you're going to be purchasing them. Lower clubs, actually now I'm looking down at them, are more teardrop shape. I'm more used to like cutting edge lines, but on the top line of this 9-iron, it's definitely more curved than what I'm used to. Again, not particularly bothered by that, but if I was to pick between mine and these ones, then I'd probably go for mine in the lower set and the Paradym at the longer end of the set. I pushed it. That is a tough green to hit, that one. Crikey, I just have to chip in again. While I'm here, I just want to test out the old flyer lie, because whenever I've gamed the more power batty looking clubs, I've tend to struggle with sort of balls that fly a ridiculous distance, and whether that's my skill set doing that, whether it's the clubs doing that, again, it would have to be a bit of trial and error of working that out. But I definitely have found previously, like when I was an amateur and stuff like that as well, that the power bats tend to rocket sometimes out of these flyer lies. That doesn't look too bad. It's a little right again, so we'll see between the two which has gone further. Personally, I think it's probably more my skill set than the clubs. And you can see here, this was my 9-iron out the rough, this was my 9-iron from the fairway. Not much of a difference apart from both missing right. Distance, what's that, 5 yards further possibly? So not a lot in it, and it would take way more than just one situation like that to see how they're performing. It would be throughout a season, am I seeing a certain pattern? So maybe not the best test to do with one shot. Can we produce some Lockey magic with the wedge? Now I think I'm going to have to flop this a little bit because I don't reckon I'll be able to stop that if I land it on the green with a normal pitching wedge. Might be able to in the semi there, but I think I'm going to go for a delicate little flop with a wedge. This is really testing its versatility, isn't it? What can it do? Oh, hard to get the old loft on that, and that has powered past. Not my best. Probably should have pitched it here and gone a bit lower. That's a gimme as well, isn't it? Final hole, par 4, 342 yards around the corner. Let's have a bit of fun. Try and put some bend on it, shall we? How big a bend can I get on this Pro Tracer for a bit of fun to finish? Let's see how versatile the longer irons are as well. 4-iron, I could definitely game the longer irons in this. Not so sure about the shorter ones. I like sharper lines. Sharper top lines, which generally like Blades and my Apex Pro have, but sound absolutely brilliant, feel just as good as anything else. The lofts are making them go a little bit further, but that's something that I could easily get used to with a bit of practice and understanding my yardages. Big banana, you ready for this, Pro Tracer lovers? Oh yeah, that's going around the corner too. Oh, that is so perfect. Yeah, they're versatile. In the comments down below, do you like the backs of the irons with the like diamondy effect on the blue? I don't mind it. I quite dig it. Little pitching wedge, because wedges are banned, or my ones are, my 58 and 52. Stand a little taller, a little knockdown, bump it up there. That's a slight heavy, but that's going to roll on and I'm going to get away with it. Let's finish with a birdie, shall we? Wow, what a view. What a coastline, Travose. You're spoiling me. So, would I game the Paradym irons? Absolutely I would. Would I want my shorter clubs to look slightly different and be a bit more sharp if I was to be picky? Yes, but I do love the fact that I would be able to keep one full set all the way up to my longer iron instead of having to change to something a bit more chunky, whereas they are slightly more chunky, which is a nice sort of change to what I'm currently used to. Sound, feel, as good as anything. And there is not a birdie to finish, but you've got a lovely view. Take that over a birdie any day. Thanks all for watching. If you're enjoying the channel and the content, make sure you're hitting that big red subscribe button, hitting the like button, and turning that bell on so you get notified of when I upload all my new videos. Thanks all for watching. See you in the next one.